Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we found the best moments when single moms get rejected. Now let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Bro, I can't even have a decent, mental breakdown right now. I'm, going through just here, so on the side. Mommy cookie. Bro, why do you want a cookie now? I'm dying.
If this is over a cookie, imagine what happens when the kid asks for help with homework. That poor child's gonna need therapy before they hit the first grade.
Single mom, 5 kids. All your kids live with you?
Yes.
Okay, so there should be child support coming in, right?
Yes.
So what does that add to your income?
$1,000 a month is pretty much. I've been fighting for child support increase, but he placed the divorce order in another state, and it's become impossible for him to voluntarily agree to give Texas jurisdiction. He's purposely not doing it so that I can't get the actual income I need for the children.
He was the father of all 5?
He's the father of 2, the 2 oldest.
What about the others then? There should be child support.
My son, he does get sporadic child support payments, like $370 a month.
Okay.
I don't receive all of that.
I believe there are 2 other children unaccounted for.
Right. I don't get child support for both of them.
Why?
Her dad is completely evading. They've tried locating him 4 times, and he's a chameleon.
I don't think you have the best pick in men.
I do not.
If 3 different men took off running and left you with 5 kids, maybe, just maybe, it's not them, it's you.
25, what's dating like?
Unfortunately, don't do it. It's scary out there.
Why do you say that?
I have a kid, so my last relationship obviously hasn't been great, but I don't know.
Do you think having a kid has hurt your chances of finding a partner?
Absolutely, absolutely. Last person that he told me he wanted a relationship, but a few months in, he was like, just kidding. I'm not mature enough to be with a woman that has a kid.
And how old was he?
26.
Do you feel like he was mature enough?
I thought, I don't know, but I wasn't asking him to raise my child.
Well,
I just want him to date me, not my child.
What were your expectations in the long term?
Obviously, eventually you'd meet my daughter, but again, she has a dad.
Dating a single mom is like buying a phone with a cracked screen at full price. Yeah, it still works, but you're paying for someone else's mistakes.
Once people found out I was a single mom and I had 2 kids, they had no interest in me anymore. Men are at this age. I'm 34. And so when I was on dating apps and I was really trying to find someone to date, just put myself out there, the number of times, I would match with so many guys and then they would just not respond to me.
You spent your prime years treating good men like job applicants, and now you're out here trying to convince someone to take on a 2-for-1 special with no return policy? Yeah, no.
Okay, how much money does a guy need to earn to date you?
$500K.
Whoa.
What? No, by saying whoa.
You realize that's
1%.
That's 1%.
It's possible.
What's possible isn't necessarily probable. And you have how many kids?
3.
You are a or you're an escort. Shouldn't you adjust your standards to be a little more realistic?
No.
You'd rather be alone than lower your standards from $500K a year.
I mean, I got other standards too, but it's that money-wise, yes.
What are your other standards?
I mean, I don't want a short dude.
How tall are you?
5'2", 5'3".
What's the minimum height for a guy?
6 foot or taller, but that's the basics.
So 500K, 6 feet and over. What are your other standards?
I want him to be okay with me having a past.
And do you think you gotta ask yourself, okay, here's all that I want, but what does the guy that I want, what does he want?
A guy earning $500,000 has options, and none of them involve a woman who's been professionally available to everyone.
And somebody reported me to the state of Michigan because I'm making money on TikTok and I drive a 2024 BMW. They have cut my food stamps from almost $4,000 a month down to $88 a month. They are telling me if I want a review that I have to sell my car. So you're telling me if you were on welfare, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, you can't drive a nice car? They are forcing me to sell my brand new BMW, or I lose almost $4,000 in food stamps. Not only that, they have taken my cash assistance totally away. They are telling me that Section 8 will no longer be paying 95% of my rent, only 10% of my rent. So I will have to pay a little over $400 a month now instead of $60 a month.
Nothing says responsible adult like flexing a car you can't afford while taxpayers cover your rent.
Okay, we listen, but we don't judge. Yes, I had my first child at 13. I got pregnant at 13. Then I had another one at 15. Then popped another one at 16. Then 17. Then 18. 19, and so on. Yes, I have 7 kids. I'm not ashamed of it, from 7 different men, and I'm currently pregnant right now with my 8th child. And that's by my food stamp plug that helps me get $3,000 a month in food and groceries. So yes, I mean, I was young, but I don't care. I don't care. I love 7 kids, and I'm going to continue to have more and more and more. Might end up with 15 next year. Who knows? But like I said, yeah, it's me. It is me, your food stamp queen, EBT queen, $3K a month. If you want some stamps, let us put you in a game. Simple as that. 7 kids, 7 baby daddies.
7 kids, 7 absent fathers, and 0 stability. At this rate, she's gonna need a group chat just to coordinate Father's Day.
Larry, whatever your name is. Niangalie vizuri. Can you maintain me? Can you maintain me?
You're not my type. Sorry.
I don't even wish to be your type.
The only thing he's getting maintained here is his peace of mind by keeping her far, far away.
Oh my God, why are you single? You're too pretty to be single. Why are you single? I'm single because I have 5 kids.
She's not just single, she's the kind of single where every happy couple she sees in public suddenly becomes a personal attack.
You don't have a 9 to 5?
The hat business is like my 9 to 5.
Do you have like a real job where you get a W-2 from?
The hat business, strong wool, yes.
You get a W-2 from there?
I do. I'm a contractor.
So do you get a W-2 though?
It's a 1099.
Bruh.
So now, is he someone that's your type?
Not quite.
Okay, why not?
I'm not a fan of the hair. You dress fine.
Why you didn't pop my balloon a long time ago?
Can I hear you? Can I hear you out?
I mean, like, I gave you a long time. Like,
and then it's me, you know?
A woman ain't got no job. I mean, you ain't really got no job. You talking about hustling, your baby daddy still in your life. Like, this sounds like a lot of drama for me, baby. I'm cool.
She was all in until he pulled out the reality mirror, and suddenly, she's not that into him.
How are your kids going to be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that. Because you would never ask me how my kids would be an asset to you.
That's the thing.
That's insanity.
But see, I'm coming from a logical standpoint.
No.
It's the truth.
No, it's not. And I'm going to say that as a single mother myself, that a lot of men cannot even sit at the table with me, if I'm being honest, and I still give them a seat for them to sit down and show me what they can bring to the table for me. I know on 1,000 different levels, they don't even meet me halfway. You're sitting in front of a woman that makes well over 6 figures a year. You're not going to tell me that a man can step through that door and tell me, what can your kids do for me? No, baby, what can you do for this household? Because this household runs effortlessly.
I don't care if you make 6 figures. You know why? Because
I'm not done.
Who was to say if I was to marry you and you divorce me, even if I'm not married to you, if I've been dating you for a substantial amount of time, you can still go and put me on child support for 18 years for kids that are not mine.
Women love to talk about maturity, but the second you ask something that requires accountability, they start acting like they're playing dodgeball.
So what kind of man are you looking for? Wait, how old is your daughter?
She's 9 months.
So where's her father? What's going on with you guys?
He's in the hospital, so yeah, he's very ill, so I'm looking for like a stepfather.
Wait, so you broke up with him while he's in the hospital?
No, I didn't break up with him.
Were y'all not together when he went to the hospital?
Yeah, we're still together.
Wait, okay.
I'm looking for like, just in case. A stepfather just in case.
Just in case if he passes away?
Right.
Are you serious?
Yes, Kendra. You have to have one in the chamber, Kendra. Come on now.
shouldn't you be waiting to see, like, is it not looking good?
It's not looking good.
Are you a comedian?
No, no, Kendra, I'm not a comedian. I'm serious.
This is serious.
I'm serious. We have a type of relationship that's like, we're very realistic. My husband is much older than me as well.
How old is your husband?
He's 65. He'll be 66 in a month or less, a little bit less than a month.
How old are you?
32.
Well, I hope your husband survives, and I hope
too.
And then I hope he divorces your ass, because I hope he survives and then leaves you, because any wife of his that's looking for the guy while he's still in the hospital is
I'm a really good wife to him, though.
Imagine being in critical condition and your wife is already holding tryouts for your replacement. Sheesh.
But I just wanted to say, Alicia, yeah, this ain't for you, baby girl. This ain't for you. You for the streets. You got a baby daddy. We don't want you. I'm sorry. It's okay. We don't want you. I'm here to tell you we don't want you. We just here to troll you tonight. If your baby daddy don't want you, what do you think somebody else gonna want you? I'm just being honest with you. How you carry yourself.
My man woke up today and decided he's gonna be a complete savage, and did so flawlessly.
Do you sense that things are not good at home? Let's start there.
I do, Your Honor. I do sense that things are not good at home.
Okay, what's going on with you?
Well, in my situation, I have issues with my wife's attitude. It's been a very long-standing situation with that from the very beginning. She's very disrespectful at the mouth. She's downright hypocritical and narcissistic sometimes. She loves to gaslight me and make me feel like I'm not doing enough in the home. We've had issues with her drinking.
You say she's disrespectful and narcissistic? She seems like such a nice lady. I'm just, it doesn't line up.
I agree. She seems very nice.
Until. And there it is.
Huh?
Until she's not.
Until she's not, yeah. Until she's not. And then, you know, it's the tongue lashings come very severe. You know, like, what is it saying? A woman's words are like 1,000 daggers in your heart or something like that?
That's a new one.
In front of others, she's a saint. At home, she's a dictator with a complete victim complex.
It's why do women have a tough time with accountability?
Who you ask?
Anyone who wants.
Can we
Let's go first. Let's start off.
Because if you didn't, then there wouldn't even like
be a baby. I'm with you.
Like if you
So the
don't
man-
shoot the gun,
Right?
there ain't no murder.
Oh, so a man nuts his own?
I mean, you no. Well,
So how does a man get-
You can stop it. You could pull out.
But how does a man get to the point of
Where's your accountability in this, though? Why didn't you make him put on a condom before you gave him some?
you have to consent to sex for me to come to you, right?
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? Don't worry about it.
And this is the accountability problem we have right here. What happened to the? What happened to the nut?
Baby, we ain't till you say we ready to I'm not a diddier. So I can't get no unless you want to give me some. You gave me some I took it. It's your body. You say, hey, you don't got to strap up. Shoot the club up. I said, okay. Then afterwards, you want to do a whole bunch of 18-year-old shit. Now, the question of the matter is, if I put $1 in the drink machine and the Pepsi come out, whose Pepsi is it? The drink machine's or mine? Exactly. Now, everybody at home thinking about that shit.
Asking a woman to take accountability is like asking a cat to fetch. You can try, but all you'll get is attitude and confusion.
You ever dated a woman with children?
I have, but I was young. I was like 22. I had a cougar. He had some younger kids. How old is your son?
He's 11.
He's 11. And from my experience, I told myself I couldn't take a woman with children seriously.
Why?
The child's always gonna come first.
Yes.
The child's gonna always come first. I'm going to always need to put you first, but I come second. And technically, he's a 10-year-old boy who's going to get into his teenage years. He's going to be in a situation where you're not my dad, right? I'm not talking about an anecdotal experience. Your son may be a sweet child, but my experience, it just hasn't been the best.
You'll always be in second place, but she still expects you to be the main provider. Stepdad duties, boyfriend benefits.
I believe women are being socially engineered to hate men, and men are being socially engineered to be gay. There's been a movement originally started by, you guessed it, a psychoanalyst, and that movement is called Single Mothers by Choice.
I'm a single mom by choice.
Of course all my daughter's weird quirks are from her donor.
I'm a single mother by choice. Of course we're spending all the holidays with my side of the family.
I'm a single mom by choice. Of course I'm my daughter's favorite parent.
Of course, we're spending holidays at my parents' house. It's not funny. The nuclear family is the best guard. It is godly, it is wholesome, and it is the best guard that we have against extreme governance. And so when you see these sorts of things, you know, you should obviously exercise extreme compassion for the women who have been brought toward this point in their life, but also recognize that it is, whether you want to accept it or not, a tremendous evil.
The nuclear family built civilizations. Single-parent households build trauma and therapy bills. You do the math.
Daddy.
No.
No, I know who you are.
Oh, yeah? How
Please
so?
tell me you remember.
No, not one bit.
That night,
That night?
first time I munched boot.
You're doing the most right now.
Do you not realize that I've been looking all over for you? Like, I've been trying to...
Sweetie, I'm infertile.
Wrong dude. Wrong dude.
Prank or not, just leave these poor men alone.
If you're single in your 30s, there are still plenty of fish in the sea. But most of those fish have been caught and put back already. And not for no reason, you know? And I'm glad my fishing days were over. When I was in my 20s, I was a bad fisherman. I was at nightclubs at 2 o'clock in the morning, couldn't catch anything. Getting desperate, thinking about stopping by the fish markets. And then you do, and you find out how expensive fish is. And then you just have to go home and Google pictures of salmon.
Dating in your 30s is like shopping at a thrift store. You might find something decent, but you just know it's been worn, returned, and might have some hidden damage.
Girls with no fathers in the home have lower self-esteem. No father families more likely to be victims of abuse, especially with single mothers. Children with high BMI more often come from fatherless homes. Here's something. Fathers have the fittest children. That was really interesting to me. The more opportunities a child has to interact with biological father, the less likely they are to commit a crime or have contact with the juvenile justice system. Okay, another way to say that is men and women who are incarcerated, the population of the prisons mostly encompass fatherless homes. Now, here's something that no one else has mentioned, which I think is cool, and I don't really say this eloquently. If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father.
Without a father, discipline comes from the police, guidance from the streets, and self-worth comes from social media.
We have to help a guy that's in serious trouble.
I'm 30 years old. I'm in a relationship with a single mom, married to her.
Do you have any kids with her?
1.
And she brought how many to the table?
3, from 2 different fathers.
What's the problem right now in this marriage?
I just have felt like disrespected, like a second priority, and then also like I've been taken advantage of. I helped her start a business. My last job, I had to wake up at 6 in the morning, and the kids were like not respecting that. She's also 12 years older than me.
Oh man, this is some... You're telling me. The way that you're describing it right now, it just sounds like a total shit. You can either go through the male action plan stuff that Ryan Stone talks about and try to get her back in your frame, put the kids in check, discipline them. But, you know, like as I talk about in the chapter about single moms is they want you to have the parenting responsibility, but without the authority.
Every second he stays, he's just adding to the damage bill. Get out now or prepare for a lifetime of regret and alimony.
Now, what do we have today? Oh, it's just your typical mom of 5 by age 25. Now, I have some questions. Let's see if we can find some answers in the comment section. Girl, did you even enjoy your 20s? My goodness. Slow down. Just popping that little ish must be water drop. Ha 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 ha. Never took that plan B, huh? Aw, when did you get married? I know that EBT be hitting. Let me buy some next month. What did we learn? No husband? How many fathers? Tax season gon' be lit. Girl, use your butt. Ha ha ha. Where the daddy? You didn't try getting married? Oh, is you me? I had all my kids back to back too. Same dads? Uh-oh, I think I found an answer. Oldest 4 have the same dad. My youngest have his own dad.
Damn, these comments are just raw reality served with a side of humor.
What are you even looking for in a 20-year-old as a 35-year-old man? And B, if you're an established... If you're a really like established, successful 35-year-old man, what are you looking for in a 20-year-old that's still in college, has no job, has no life, has not had her life established at all? Like, y'all have nothing in common.
Attraction isn't symmetrical.
So
women age like milk, men age like wine. Wow. A chick that's 35, she done lost 80% of her eggs. It's a high-risk pregnancy. It's a higher probability that the kids could come out with Down syndrome and all of these type of birth defects. So men, we look for inexperience. You look for experience. So you look for the man to be experienced because you look for a leadership. Well, how can a man lead you if he's not experienced? So you need him to go through some things to build up calluses on his hands. So if you're in a relationship with him, you can rely on him and know daddy got this because he done handled it before.
Nah, but that
is a fact. The more time a woman has on this planet to acquire more baggage and to be programmed by her exes, Instagram, and all of this other stuff, the more likely she's not going to be able to submit and follow his lead.
A man in his 40s can still pull 25-year-olds. A woman in her 40s is out here writing essays on why men are intimidated by strong, independent women.
Single moms are the most unwanted people on the planet. That make you mad? All right, I say that not to really make you mad, kinda, but it's true. And for me personally, I actually feel bad for some of these single moms, especially the single moms that have multiple children. Most single guys who don't have kids don't want, and even some guys that do have kids don't want a single mom. And it's not because they're not beautiful. It's not because they're not good people. It's just because now you're dealing with more than one person. Not only are you dealing with the mom, but you're dealing with, in a lot of cases, the baby daddy at the same time, or possibly multiple baby daddies. That is so much added drama and stress. On top of the fact that now you're stepping into a couple of kids' life that if you guys end up getting married, now you're also somewhat responsible for those children.
Raising another man's kids while getting half the respect? Yeah, hard pass.
Everybody in the comments was like, hey, congratulations, you raised a failure. Which indeed she did, but she also raised her type of man. When your type is YNs and hood guys and like that, this is what the outcome becomes. Sleep with a YN, you become a single mom, and now there's no man in the household as you're raising your child. When a father isn't in the household, the children tend to be more emotional. They can't control their emotions and they tend to behave in a negative way. And they also tend to struggle in their own personal relationships as they grow older. Kind of like how she did. Without a father in the household, bro, it's just less likely that you might succeed in life. Like, you can still succeed, but bro, the chances of you succeeding and making it farther in life, bro, is damn near impossible.
If your type is a dude with a criminal record, baby mama drama, and zero stability, just don't act surprised when life hands you consequences instead of a fairy tale.
What's your issue? She needs to take a little bit more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie.
You always said you wanted a grandchild.
Oh, yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
I just feel like I don't really owe her anything.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
I can't do it by myself, though.
You're not doing it by yourself.
You're my mother.
It is not her responsibility to raise your child. Your daughter were going to daycare. Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes, ma'am.
So that'll make your monthly child support $803.
Sorry, baby. You gotta learn.
A single mom by choice isn't a crisis your mother has to fix. Plain and simple.
I'm a female that has 3 kids and I don't date that have kids.
If you date a guy with no kids, will you make him a baby daddy?
No, I can't do that. No, whoever's with me has to accept my kids, and then they have to accept the fact that I won't have their kid. That's it.
So he gets to play provider, protector, and father figure, but the family tree ends at someone else's DNA? Nah, that's clearly a bad investment.
It's like, I can't do it. Her kids tear my house up. You know what I mean? I love them kids, my dear heart, but I can't do this. Sometimes you get fed up. I'm waking up, I'm going to work every day with attitudes, getting into it with my boss, arguing with my employees, my co-workers, and it's like, I just can't do it. God, please forgive me for doing this. I never meant to be this way. Like, you know, I'm a good man at heart, but sometimes you get fed up. I done asked her 7 times to leave, and it's just like, I can't deal with this no more. I just want y'all to see I got her stuff out here. And if you ever try to come over here and mess up my house or anything like that, man, I already got my police report filed. So they will come find you. Don't come over here on my property. This is my property. Y'all see ain't nothing wrong with the house. No windows busted. Nothing's wrong. Let me show y'all the side. So she come over here acting crazy. First of all, she's going to jail. Second of all, I just want to show y'all so that don't nobody say nothing like, oh, that was already messed up and you trying to. I can't do it. When you fed up, you fed up. $20 an hour to sit down and answer the phone. You told me what you look like. Like I can't do this. Your stuff is outside. I apologize, God. Please forgive me for doing this, man.
He didn't just throw their stuff out, he did a full spiritual cleansing with this one. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.